Yo, good morning guys. Today is finally the day. We're taking this beast out on its maiden voyage. Haven't ridden it yet. You guys know we spent the last couple weeks just building it, putting it all together. 2020 Honda CRF450R. We did a whole build series on it, so if you guys want to go watch those, the link will be up here right now and all the links will be down in the description as well. Definitely recommend you guys go check that out. I actually went out and got a new set of Alpine Star gear just for the occasion. It doesn't have lettering on it yet, but it's still gonna look amazing on this steed right here. For the OGs of the channel, you're gonna recognize the track today. We're heading out to 74 Family Fun Park. It's one of my go-to tracks down here in Florida. Obviously, I haven't been down in Florida all summer, so if you guys joined the channel recently, you probably won't recognize this place, but you're gonna get a lot of it this winter. And yeah, we're gonna give this thing a shakedown. We're basically just gonna put like an easy hour on the bike just to break it in, make sure everything's running correctly, make sure we installed everything correctly. Speaking of which, I know a couple of you guys had some concerns about the clutch because we ended with a steel. I was pretty surprised by that too, so I consulted with the directions and my mechanic from Championship Power Sports Racing. They both confirmed that we did it correctly. There's 13 steels, 12 fibers. You put a steel in first, fiber, steel, and you end with a steel. So interesting. We're gonna load everything up, hit the track, get some GoPro and some third person for you, and I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm very excited.
Oh, okay.
Doing a quick bar adjustment, making sure the triple clamps are all tightened back in because they're just settling in a little bit, and then we'll head back out. Dude, I forgot how hot it is out here.
I'm gonna track and do like either 320s or 230s.
Yo, you want one? No? Alright. Should have taken one.
I embraced the earplugs, but I have not embraced. 'Embrace that yet.
Dude, I forgot how hot it is out here. You want one? You want one? No? Alright. Should have taken one.
I embraced the earplugs, but I have not embraced that yet.
Yeah. Alright guys, well there you have it. Day one on the new 2020 450 project bike is done, in the books. As you guys probably expect, I absolutely love this bike. I don't know why, but every time I get on a Honda, I just feel right at home on it. And like, I just got off the phone with my dad and I told him something that pretty much sums up my feelings about it. I just feel like I can do little things that I just can't do on any other bike. Really not sure if that's just because I've been, you know, riding them for so long and I'm just really comfortable on them, or if they really are just set up that good. I don't really know, but man, for some reason, whenever I get on one, I just feel pretty incredible. So definitely really stoked on it. Really glad that it's all put together finally so I can get out and start riding it, put a lot of hours on it. If there's one thing that I learned today, it's that I really forgot how hot it is down here in Florida, especially when you've got full riding gear on and you're in the sand, really having to work the bike and everything. It's brutal for sure. It really kicked my butt. But yeah, basically today was just a shakedown day. Just make sure everything is settled in nicely, you know, make sure the spokes are seating in and staying tight, making sure the sprocket bolts are staying tight, the fork bolts, the triple clamp bolts, just making sure everything is good, getting the clutch broken in and everything. So yeah, we pretty much did, I think, just under an hour of riding, which is perfect for the first day on the bike. I haven't actually ridden in like two or so weeks since the Indiana Pro National, and then the last time I rode before that was at the Unadilla Pro National. So for sure, just need to spend a little time getting back in the groove of things. But yeah, today was like the perfect break-in day. Get my body used to riding again in this heat. We definitely learned a lot of good things about the bike. Sorry I didn't do too much filming like between motos and everything. I know Bridget was out there getting some good footage of me working on the bike and everything, but I was really just focusing on getting a good setting in, and like I said, just going over every single bolt after I would get off the track and making sure everything was good to go. So I didn't really have a whole lot of time to do filming between motos, like talking to the camera or anything, but I figured I would just take this time on the way home to tell you guys what we were doing. So right off the bat, the power plant on this thing, as always, is absolutely insane. The thing rips. I didn't even have it in the aggressive mode today, and it was still like more power than I knew what to do with, basically. So for sure, the motor is not lacking at all. The Yoshi pipe sounds great, and the clutch is really nice too. So that Recluse clutch, really working out there. Definitely really comparable to the Hinson, for sure, but the feeling is better than the stock one, but it's pretty comparable to Hinson. The real telling tale will be how long the fibers last, because if you guys remember, one of the biggest things about the Honda 450s is that the clutches go out in literally like 5 hours. The stock ones do. So that was a big issue I was having. I know the Recluse guys have taken some measures, like putting that extra metal in between the pressure plate and the fibers to try and get some more life out of the clutches. So that's definitely going to be interesting to see how long that'll last. I'll let you guys know when it starts slipping. I have that hour meter on there, so I'll be able to tell you exactly how long it lasted for. You guys will be very happy to know that it's holding coolant really well. Like I said, I wasn't putting in like super long 30-minute motos or anything. I was pretty much doing like 10 to 15-minute motos. But barely had to put any coolant in it at all. It basically would just get right below the fins, and I would just have to put like a cap full of coolant in, basically. So really stoked to see that, because that was like one of the biggest issues that I was having with the Honda 450s before. Probably my biggest gripe about this thing is the front end still. It does have a lot of that Honda front end twitch that I always talk about. And to kind of counteract it, I just kept having to roll the bars a little bit further back and a little bit further back, and that kind of finally got rid of the swap feeling that I was getting. But with the height that I have, I like to have the bars forward. So I'm really excited to get the forks back from Racetech and the steering stabilizer back from them. They're doing both of those. They're doing the forks and the steering stabilizer, so I think that'll be a big thing. And then I think I'm gonna go back to the stock triple clamp upper, because it has those forward mounting holes for the bars. So I'll leave the Ride Engineering lowers on and put the stock uppers on. Apparently that's actually a pretty hot setup. Like Roxon and Sealy were doing that for a little while before they had their like custom uppers made to mimic the stock ones. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put the stock upper triple clamps back on so that I have that little bit more room. That way I can still roll the bars back a little more, but the bars are still further forward. So I get the angle of the bend that I like, but the bars are further forward, so I have a little bit more room. I think that'll help a lot. So yeah, I think with the forks from Racetech, steering stabilizer from Racetech, and then the stock upper triple clamp, I think that's gonna take care of that front end issue, and it's gonna be a freaking awesome bike. So definitely very, very excited to get that stuff. Things to look forward to, we're gonna get some titanium engine mounts from Works Chassis Lab, so you guys can look forward to seeing another video on that, seeing if it helps out the 450 like it did on my 250. We'll be getting the suspension back from Race Tech soon. That's getting all coated, and the forks are off of the 250, so they're like some pretty nice Showa forks. And then unfortunately the shock, the A-Kit Showa shock off the 250 had to go back because that was just a loaner, but Race Tech is obviously overhauling the rear shock for me as well, the stock one, and so that should be pretty good too. Yeah, overall really excited. Glad to be back on a red 450. That's probably what I'm going to be racing at the Nationals next year, so definitely a good thing to get some training time in on it. And I'll be on a Honda all winter too for some Supercross, so you know, always good to get comfortable on that chassis. So other than that, everything was awesome. Love the Pro Taper cockpit setup, the Works connection levers, clutch, Yoshi exhaust, graphics, just everything. I'm really stoked about this bike, if you guys couldn't tell. As always, big thank you to Miss Bridget over here for getting some third-person footage for me. Thank you very much. And putting the exhaust and the clutch on. If you guys missed that video, you definitely need to go watch it because Bridget absolutely killed it on the clutch and exhaust install. My little mechanic over there. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us. You guys can expect to see a lot more riding footage coming up because the bike is rideable now. So, and I need to start getting some motos under my belt for straight rhythm and just to, you know, get back in shape. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you as always for all the support. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Later, guys.